Well, thank you for that response, and I appreciate your thoughts about how to address it. I've been struggling with that, and my ideas have been far more complicated than what you just raised. So thanks for providing that. For Toby Barker, um, I was pleased to see you mention the possible OMB change to their definition of a metropolitan statistical area. I joined a letter by my colleague John Thune because, like Hattiesburg, Casper, and Cheyenne, Wyoming, would have been downgraded as well. Is it your understanding that this change would adversely impact these cities when it comes to federal funding opportunities? And how concerned are you about this change?
Thank you for that question, Senator. We are very concerned because this is so widespread, 144 cities. And I think that out of the folks on this committee, every member except for Senator Blumenthal and Senator Hickenlooper will have one metro area affected by this. And between all the committee members here, 91 cities will no longer be considered metropolitan statistical areas out of the states represented here. So we are very concerned, and because you don't know the real implications, because these programs have existed for quite some time, and if they're tied to being a metropolitan statistical area, then that's a problem. The other thing that concerns us is I referenced Hattiesburg last year was listed as number 2 out of the almost 400 metro areas in terms of job growth during the pandemic. If our metro area status was stripped and we're now a more rural micropolitan status, we wouldn't be mentioned in that job growth analysis. And site selection consultants and companies considering new and expanded facilities, they want to locate in metro areas. And so taking 144 of those off the table with this rule change would be a hamper to recruitment, and especially when it comes to trying to get talent and retain jobs as well.
Well, thank you for that response, too. That's a massive concern for my state and our communities of Cheyenne and Casper, our 2 biggest communities, by the way. And finally, for Mark McAndrews, do you believe that the Rural Project Initiative will prove to be a valuable resource to more rural multimodal facilities like the port you operate?
Yes, ma'am. We can use all the technical and expert advice that we can get our hands on. Our projects are complicated, multimodal projects, and with multiple funding sources, and we would greatly appreciate any assistance that we can get.
Well, Mr. Chairman, thank you for holding the hearing, and I want to thank all 3 of the witnesses who responded to my questions. It's really an important panel discussion, and Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Thank you. Thank you, Senator Lum.